What is up, guys, gals, and Book Nook Pals? It's Pluck the Bunny with another Book Nook unboxing, and today we're taking a look at the 1950s Diner. This is a Fifijoy kit. It's one of their exclusives. Things that stand out right off the bat is, one, the theme, right? It's a very different theme. You don't see too many Americana ones, also ones from this time period. You're either talking like in the future or way in the past or some alternative magical realm. So it's neat to see. Ooh, sorry, guys. Getting that yawn for the video out there right in the first 30 seconds. We're done with that now. So, again, the theme looks really cool. There's a giant gumball machine in the front, which I love. I'm seeing some neat fabric on the couches, cool lighting effect under here, and I'm really liking the side window here. I love kits that give you multiple perspectives. Now, a lot of purists will say, well, you don't look at a Book Nook from the side. Book Nooks have kind of evolved from what a traditional Book Nook into more of this, 3D diorama. So I'm happy to take a look at this from a different perspective. So yeah, let's dig into it. I know there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff in this one. So let's get her on. Get her on. All right, always love when you see bubble wrap or some kind of protective packaging. It really tells you a lot about a company and the product when they care enough about it to want to protect it. So that's always nice to see. So right off the bat, we got a ton of stuff in here. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff. So let's take a look at what we got. Normally I'd get frustrated and rip the top of the bag off, but I see a lot of small spheres in this one, so we're gonna try not to do that. So we got a whole bunch in here. We got our, oh man, a whole bunch in here. All right, let's try and go through this. My dog's getting Nancy, so I'm gonna pause right here. Hold on one second. We are back, and you are spared the barking of my dog. So let's take a look at this awesome bag of accessories that the more I look at it, the more I see. So we got these big spheres right here, maybe lighting fixtures, I don't know, but we also got some axles here. So I don't know what movement or pivoting we're gonna have. We have some wire for, I guess, is it hanging or decorative? I don't know. We have, okay, set of pink tweezers. And then we have our little emery board to sacrifice to the sandpaper gods, because we know this is not enough to do any Book Nook, so that goes in the pit in the corner. All right, we have these smaller colored spheres, which I'm guessing are going to be the gumballs in that big gumball machine in the front. We have our sheet of useless stickers for wire management. We have our string of pearls with these clear plastic bead things, which are going to be good for, well, they were the bubbles in the Atlantis ones, so I don't know what they're going to be used for here. We have some double-sided cutouts. It looks like placemats maybe, and menu placemats, maybe some signs, but those will be our graphics. We have these really cool like leather on adhesive back triangles, but I'm not seeing the big red vinyl for those couch cushions, which is interesting. And then we have the sheet of like different mirrored squares on adhesive backs, and I know that this means I just have a feeling that this means we're going to be making a disco ball. I just hope that we're not making 5 disco balls, because that's gonna be some work. All right, and then of course we have our lighting package. We are still on the AAAs with, you guys can watch me struggle opening this up. We are still on the AAAs with the touch sensor, which everyone knows is not my favorite, but it is the standard, so that's more of a me preference thing. Not everybody has 40 of these wired up. But we do have a whole bunch of straight LEDs along with a string of fairy lights. My guess is the fairy lights are going to go in that sub platform, like that the little hanging thing that goes above the counter on the lower level. That's just my guess. I also don't love these going back together. I always feel like they never quite fit right. See, I should have just left it. There we go. Okay. Oh. Well, I know it doesn't make for a fun, interesting video, but I can't let it go, guys. I can't let it beat me. There we go. All right. So let's dig into this a little bit more, and I was good. I was hoping we would find more underneath. So we got our dust cover right here. This is some more acrylic pieces we got. So it looks like these are going to be outlines on this to give the car more of a 3D effect, which is really cool. Our window, let's see, 24 hours open, diner and dance club, dining downstairs, dancing upstairs, free parking, your spot for food and fun. That's pretty cool. Like the neon open. I love the detail on this neon burger sign. Guys, that's really cool. What else we got? Dust cover for the top and that hole. Some cool, oh, I've never seen this before. So this is that flexible decal. What I mean by that is this is, a lot of times you'll, I think, a lot of times when you see the accordion pieces of wood, they have that, like, I call them accordion pieces because they have a lot of vertical cuts to help them bend. These decals here almost, I know it's kind of hard to tell, but if you can see the lines right there, they almost have that same, like, cut pattern to them, which is very interesting. Oh, I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose this. This is what I was worried about us missing before. These are going to be the leather for the seat cushions. They do come on adhesive, which is nice. Those are for the sides. We may still have to use some glue with them. I don't know how good this adhesive is. In the past, with other brands, I've had some issues. But I do like the fact that it's going to be like the feel of real leather. It's a piece of cardboard. We have some more decals to start decal sheet here. This is on adhesive paper. Some really cool vintage looking signs. And everything seems to be in correct English. There's a couple where the words are clipped off, which makes me think these may not be, you know, like the words are clipped off on this one. May not be hand created. This may have some computer assistance. The American Diner, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You know, like this one's cut off also. Cold drink instead of Coca-Cola. But we do have the mobile brand, which is interesting. We got a cool menu here. I'm hoping these are in cents, because $20 for vanilla milkshake is today's price, is not 1950s prices. Now, I had seen a complaint online, and some people might have a complaint with the mascot that they've chosen for this. Yeah, I'm not gonna focus on that too much. We have a very nice instruction manual. Everything is in full color with nice bright renderings, so you can see where things go, what goes in what hole. It's not you know, lines pointing you directly where things go, though with, you know, food on a table, you can kind of have your fun with it. But yeah, there's a lot of good details here, and I like the fact that we see a lot of text on these pages. So black for the straight up instructions, the red for things that you might mistake. I mean, look at all these instructions. That's what the axles are for. The stools, they're the struts for the stool and the table, which is pretty cool. All right, so now the stuff everyone wants to see. The pieces, and if we could find an X-Acto knife. Again, while I'm opening this up, if you're liking this, please like, please subscribe, hit that bell so you can see when new stuff comes. Let me know in the comments what kits you'd like to see me unbox, which ones you'd like to see me build and review. You know, that's how I know what to do, is what you guys tell me. So please tell me in the comments. And if you're not a member of the community on Reddit, please come join us in the subreddit. We do tons of community events, giveaways. Our current event going on right now, we're giving away almost 50 Book Nooks for free, just for participating in the event. So please come on down. Cool little graphic on the side. Everything's spelled correct. Resolution can be just a tiny bit better, but this is pretty cool. So this is going to be the window on the side, and they use that as a spot for all their little food pieces, which are, and I'm really liking this, little tiny detail pieces that are going to be vertical, that are painted on both sides. So even if you're looking at it from the side angle versus the front angle, you're not going to see too many exposed edges. It would be crazy to do all of these in 3D. Objects, I mean, this bag would all be objects and the kit would be like 3 times the price, but for the way they did it, this is really awesome. And this is also really nice that they've laid it out like this. I kind of feel like this whole section here, you could pop it out the night before, put some dimensional magic on it, and that would be a great way to add a lot of dimension to these 2D pieces representing 3D objects. And if you don't know what dimensional magic is, it's this really awesome product by Mod Podge. It kind of gives like a transparent domed effect to the surface you put it on. And what's nice about that is it just gives a little more of a 3D pop. Now, a little pro tip with that: when you're setting your pieces up, obviously we don't want these little strips here. Let's zoom in a little bit. Right, we don't want these little strips here. Right, these little tabs, you know, here, to get the dimensional magic on it, because if those become bigger, they won't fit in the spots where they need to go. So take a little bit of a wax stick, take a little bit of the furniture grease, take a crayon even, and just put wax there. Try and get around the borders. That way you won't glue your pieces in, and you won't make any spots too big that they won't fit. But I'm really liking that they utilize that. These match up with the decals, so if you really don't feel like putting the decals on, I guess you can skip them. If you'd like to put them on, it'll give it a little more of a make it feel a little more real, a little more of a 3D effect. So this is our floor and our base piece. Now, obviously, they're going all the way to the edge, and you know they're using as much as they can. So this board does not hold together very well, but we are going to do a little bit of surgery on it right now. That way we don't lose any pieces. All right. And again, I'm really happy to see the double-sided printing on this. You guys know I'm a fan of double-sided printing, just because I don't like exposed edges in, you know, color, especially in a colorful kit like this. And I think because they know you're going to be looking at this from 2 directions, they were cognizant to not put in a lot of single-sided printing. Right here, Diner Gastronomic Experience, you see the kerning is a little off. The resolution's a little blurry. And then here we have some non-words. You're kind of seeing the AI a little bit in this. More of these decals here. It's just a pack of cigarettes on the wall. Yeah, I'm not gonna. We won't talk about her too much, though. Makes it a little less family friendly of a kit. No definition on the back too, but she's gonna be from the front. I do appreciate they at least colored it on both sides. This is gonna be the roof. Got a lot of records up on the ceiling with this little star thing, I guess. So my guess is, yeah, see how they're not printed here? So this is gonna be the top side of the ceiling. This is gonna be the bottom side of the ceiling. There's gonna have to be a gap between them to run the touch sensor, which will go on the other side of here, and the lights. I'm just curious to see how they accomplish that. Some more of the signage there. Some of it is actually going to be 3D. I think that's cool to represent kind of like the objects on the wall. So this is where those pieces of the car are going to go. So the car's going to be popping out of this wall. My guess is this is going to be the back of either the top or the bottom. Our menu board, the border for the menu, some tires that are going to be on the wall, which is pretty cool. Lots of checkerboard. We get some martini glasses. It's a very high-end diner / club. We are on US Route 66. We got a jukebox right here. Lots of different colors. I like how this is going to go on top of there. These are going to go on top of here. So they're really building that 3D dimension out. And this is so colorful. Since they're building that out, I might not even decide to 3D print this. You know, normally this would be a shoe-in for a 3D print, a jukebox like that. But I think they're so vibrant, and the way they lined it up, I think that this deserves maybe just to be left as is. Some stool tops, it looks like here. All right, no double-sided printing on that one. We got our front sign, our pack of cigarettes. Again, dimensional magic is going to look good on these bottles, on these little beer glasses. A couple cool guitars are another one of the gumball machines. And yeah, guys, I mean, it's a lot of the countertops. I'm guessing a dartboard, a phone, you know, stuff like that. So really love the double-sided printing on this. I love the subject matter. It's a little computery, yeah, but it still has that like authenticness to it. It feels like it's real, like I believe it. So I'm excited to check this one out. I think this one's going to look different on the shelf. I think this one's going to stand out on the shelf. And I think if you pick it up, you're going to be happy with it. So until then, guys, gals, and Book Nook Pals, this is Pluck the Bunny. All right, we're taking a look at the Fifijoy 1950s diner. I'll put a link to it in the comments along with the community discount code. Get yourself a nice chunk off. Until then, it's Pluck the Bunny saying good looking, good nooking.